Hey y'all, so I have something to say. It's Nate here. I love y'all. Welcome back to my channel. A lot of people are experiencing stripping away because you don't have the space to hold more things, or because you just have the wrong people around you, or you're focused on the wrong things. That's usually when God starts stripping you from things. If you feel like you was doing good at your job, you was making a lot of money, you was able to survive, you was taking care of yourself, and then next thing you know, things start to seem like it's just falling apart. More than likely it could be because God don't want you in that career, or he only wanted you there for a specific time, and now you have outgrown that place to where he wants you to focus on something else. Okay, some of us have talents and gifts that he has given us, or just ideas that are business ideas that he has given us that he wants us to start and do to bring in success. So sometimes, if even if you're making good money at a job, or you're doing good for yourself, you're stable, if God has a bigger plan for you, or if you and God have spoke of these plans or things that you wanted to do, he's going to hold you accountable for that. Excuse me, y'all. And he's going to expect you to do what you're capable of doing, what you can do. So his way is to strip you of things, okay? To make you uncomfortable so that you have no choice but to work on that task, that hobby, that talent, or that gift that he has given you or instructed on you to work on. So think about it. If you already went through your stripping season, okay, I'm sure that you can contest to the fact that maybe you had the wrong friends or family members around you, and God needed you to wake up. Okay, maybe you guys were procrastinating. Maybe it was a lot of laziness, uninspired, or maybe you just was the only one that was inspired to do something and they wasn't. So God pulled you away from them. Maybe it was secret jealousy there. Maybe it was secret competition. All right. Or maybe it was just too comfortable where you were not thinking large, thinking big, thinking about your dreams and goals, or even your talents and gifts that God has given you to use. Okay, sometimes these friends or family members can be a distraction from us working on our purpose or working in our purpose. Okay, so God, those are like the first things that God will take away from us, is like friends, close friends, family members, even lovers. Okay, if your lover is not a supportive lover to help you obtain the goals and dreams that God has given you, then he will get rid of that relationship, you know what I'm saying, to maybe bring in someone that is going to be supportive, someone that when he does bless you, um, they're not jealous, they're not hating, they're not trying to steal your blessings, because some of you, God can't even really bless you because of the people that you have around, or the people that you did have around. They're take. They will try to take from you to the point where you're not even able to invest, or invest in yourself, invest in your business, and flip it and multiply the money. It's some people that just want to take everything from you. So a lot of times, the next time, even if you're in that season now where you're being stripped, I want you to at it think of it with a different perspective. Okay, think of it as a way where God is removing the dead weight, clearing out the dead weight to bring in more space. All right. So I remember really, really, really being stripped from everything, from a lot of things, y'all. And honestly, the first thing that kind of came to my mind was, okay, God is tired of me playing. God is tired of me procrastinating. God is tired of me pushing this thing off and, spending all my time with these friends, spending all my time doing this and not doing that. So when you start to open up your mind and your perspective to this, like, oh, okay, God is trying to get my attention, I haven't been responding how he wants me to respond, or I haven't been moving as fast as he wants me to move, it will help you in the long run to not think that God is just taking things away from you because he wants you to be broke. He wants you to be struggling. He wants you to not have friends or whatever. That's never the case. God wants us to be wealthy. God wants us to have friends, family, all of that. But he wants it to be with the right people. He wants us to have success and wealth from the right things, gaining the right things. Okay. So if it's not righteous, then God will remove it. And get you in alignment to, befriend the righteous, or get in a relationship with the righteous. But usually, most of the time, if you've been stripped away, it's because you had the wrong friends around you, you had the wrong partner around you. All right, maybe you were too close to some family members that was sneaky, okay, and God needed to get you away from that. Or maybe you were too dependent on other people, okay, and God needed to get your independence up, okay. So he took certain resources and things away from you so that you can kind of fend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's mostly why God will keep or will strip you from things, because it's not really a keep. If you're feeling like every day is something, God keeps taking something away from you, something is being removed from you, that's because you're still not quite where God needs you to be. You still have not cleared out everyone or the habits or things that you're doing how God needs you to, which is why he's still stripping you from things. He's still trying to get your attention. But when you have made all the necessary changes with the people in your life, with the lovers in your life, who you want to attract, who, like, your standards, boundaries, all of that, the type of money that you want to make, the success that you want in your life, you're not going to be dealing with the same type of people. Your taste in people will change. Your taste in relationships and men will change. Your taste in women will change. And that's the goal. That's where God is trying to get some of us, okay? Some of us, he stripped us from things, but you still have that same taste for those things. So it's easy for you to go back to those things. God is trying to strip you to the point where you don't even have a taste to go back to these things so that you can continue to move forward. All right. So if you are in a season right now where you feel like you're being stripped from a lot of things, it's because you were not on the correct path, and God is trying to get you aligned to your correct path. That's it. That's all. The faster that you realize what is being done and you take control over your life and you really analyze the situation and see, okay, who's helping me, who's not helping me, who's supportive, who's not supportive, who's adding to my energy or who's draining my energy. We start to do things like that. Like, is this job taken from me or pouring into me? How is this really helping me right now? Or even if some of us, we promise God, like, God, give me this, or let me work here, and I'm just going to be here for a specific time, and then I'm out. And then that time comes, and you're still there. You're still hanging with those people. You're still in that relationship. You're still at that job. You're still in that city. And God is just like, well, your time has been up. You promised me that you were going to leave then. You have not left. So it's usually whenever you're going through that big Job season, or not even the Job season. The Job season, sometimes God could just want to see how faithful and loyal you are to him. So he'll strip you from things just to make sure that your heart is in the right place. Yes. But also, it could be because you're not in alignment the way that he wants you to be in alignment. You're not aligned properly to get your blessings from him because you have people around you that shouldn't be around you, or you're in neighborhoods that you shouldn't be around, you in environments that you shouldn't be in. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you're not being blessed and you're being stripped from things, it's because God cannot bless you in the environment that you're in. He's afraid to bless you because maybe someone else is going to take that blessing. Okay, maybe you have a family member that will take that blessing from you, or you're dealing with a lover that will take that blessing from you, or some friends that will take that blessing from you, or make it seem like it's not a blessing. So God is just really trying to make sure that you're in alignment, you're around the right people, so that he can continue to bless you and keep the blessings rolling in. So if you're in a period, y'all, where you feel like you've been stripped from things, maybe you're going through this currently, it's because God is trying to get you in alignment, because you have not been aligned, okay, with your friends, your family, things, everything have to be in order for God to be able to bless you. All right. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.